In this video, you're going to learn how to create a new organization, how to add members to that organization, and then how to drop all members at one time and make the organization inactive. So let's start by adding a new organization. I'm going to go to Organizations and I'm going to go to Search. I'm not going to add a new organization from the home page, and I'm going to show you why in just a minute. I'm going to go to Search, and I've filtered for the program Small Groups and Adults Sunday AM. When I click Search, I'm only viewing those 4 organizations in that program and division. I'm going to select one of these. The reason that I'm going to do that is that when you add a new organization while viewing an existing one, you're going to retain some of the same settings, such as the leader type, whether it's main fellowship or not, the campus, the program and division, and even the schedule. So that's what I want to replicate. I want those characteristics in my new organization. So while viewing this adult couples class, I go back to Organizations and click Add New Organization. I'm going to add the name. Put Briggs as the teacher. If you know the room number, you're going to put that. It will not remember that from the existing organization that you're viewing because chances are you would not be putting it in the same location. And I don't need to change the campus or the leader type, and I want to leave main fellowship checked. I can select this to copy more settings. This one probably doesn't have more because it's a Sunday morning class. It's not an online registration. But there is a help article that tells you which settings are copied automatically when you use this method of adding a new organization and which are copied when you select this box here. So I just click Submit after entering that information. And here is my new organization. You notice that it did keep the campus, the leader type, main fellowship, the schedule, and the program and division. So at this point, I don't need to do anything else in terms of the organization itself. So now I'm ready to add members. I'm going to scroll down, and under the People tab, you see members, and there are none. There's an arrow here in blue. I'm going to select Add Members. You also have an option to add from a tag, so you can tag people beforehand and then click this, select your tag, and add them all at one time. But I'm going to show you how to find people to add to your organization. This is the same search and add dialog that you see just about everywhere when you're adding guests, new members, or new people to a family. I'm going to enter a first name and a space. That's going to look for just a first name of Karen. And I see 3 options. I'm going to select Karen Ferguson. Now I could commit and add at this point, but I'm going to do another search. And this time I'm going to click Clear. I'm going to enter part of a first name and part of a last name and press Search. I get one option. I select that name. I'm going to do another search. This time I'm going to add just a last name and press Search. Notice when you're going to search by just a last name, you do not add a space after it. Now I have several options here. These 2 at the top are the ones that I want, so I'll select Benton. I'm going to go back, another search. I still want to search by that last name. I'm going to select Greta. Now I've got 4 people. I could keep adding to this list if I wanted to, and you would do this method of adding members beforehand if you want to go on and populate the class before it even meets. Maybe their class has ended and you're adding them to this new class. Normally, when someone first attends, you would record them as a guest and then you could later add them as a member. But this is a way to pre-populate the organization. So I'll click the blue Commit and Add button. And now these 4 people are members of the organization. But I need to make one of them have a member type of teacher. Notice they're all members. So Benton is the teacher. I click Member Type, Edit. And up here at the top under Member Type, I will scroll down and I will select Teacher. And then I'll click the blue Save button. So now I'll close this dialog box. Now I have members and a teacher. You don't see that change until you refresh the page. And then you'll see that Benton Briggs is the teacher. And then when you print a roll sheet or any kind of report, it will add his name to it. And you see at the top, it has Benton Briggs under the name of the organization. So we've created a new org we've added members to the organization, and now let's drop all the members. So I'll just use this same organization. You go to Members, select that arrow in that blue box. At the bottom it says Drop Members. If I only wanted to drop a few, I could select them with a checkbox and filter, but I want to drop all 4 people. It'll use today's date, the current date and time, as the drop date unless I wanted to change that, and I don't. I don't want to remove the history. You never want to do that unless you've done this by mistake and you're trying to just wipe out that history. You don't want to wipe it out otherwise because you want to keep that attendance that might be there. So I'm going to click the red drop button. It asks, am I sure? I'll click OK. It's going to process it and let me know when it's completed, and I dismiss it. Now I have one more thing that I want to do. If I'm not going to use this organization right now, maybe they've met for a year and they're not going to meet anymore, I click Edit. After dropping everybody, I will change the status from active to inactive and save the changes. So now you've added an organization, you've added members, you've dropped all the members, and you've made that organization inactive.